As a quick precursor to this episode, I would love to invite you to attend the autumn edition of my in-person event, Dare Greatly in the Coaching Arena, which will be held on Friday the 8th of November in Barnes, southwest London. It's a 5-minute walk from Barnes Station, and there's also a free car parking place on site. So it's the best of both worlds. We will be preparing and planning for your best ever 2025, and you will leave with that vision and strategy for your next 12 months with a newfound sense of connection and focus. We will be harvesting your present and planting the seeds for a profitable and joyful 2025, allowing your business goals to bloom with ease. I'm very excited to be bringing the warmth of the season and all of those beautiful colours and everything we can learn from shedding what no longer serves us and preparing for spring. Embrace the seasons of change and join me on 8th of November to Dare Greatly in the Coaching Arena. Do not worry if you don't know anyone. I will ensure that you feel welcome from the moment you arrive until the moment you leave. I cannot wait to see you there, and grab the link now in the show notes. Hello and welcome to Women in the Coaching Arena podcast. I'm so glad you're here. I'm Lott, a business mentor and ICF accredited coach, and I help coaches to build brilliant businesses. I know that when you prepare to enter the arena, there is fear, self-doubt, comparison, anxiety, uncertainty. You can tend to armor up and protect yourself from vulnerability. In this podcast, I'll be sharing honest, not hype, practical and emotional tools to support you to make the difference that you're here for. Dare greatly, you belong in this arena. Welcome to the 31st episode of Women in the Coaching Arena. I am so glad you are here. Today, I'm excited to share a case study conversation I had maybe 6 months or so ago with Tracy Sharp, a client of mine. I love Tracy's story because what she did was encompass coaching into her love for design as well. So what I always say to my clients is you don't have to start from square one with your coaching business. You can literally bring in every single experience in your life today to your business to make you stand out, to create something truly unique. And that is what Tracy has done. So I'm super excited to share her journey with you. Since our conversation, as I said, this was about 6 months ago, we had this call when she first finished my program. She has since launched and filled her first group program and has other organizations interested in buying it. She has also launched a Thriving Culture program and is talking to 2 startup accelerators who are interested in buying her program. And she's doing one-to-one coaching, group coaching, panel discussions, and facilitation. So again, it's not just about one-to-one coaching with people. You can bring in lots of different skills. So don't think just because you have this one skill now that you need to forget everything else you ever did. So that is why I'm excited to share Tracy's journey with you today. I hope you enjoy.
Hi, Tracy. Thank you so much for joining me today. I loved working with you. Please tell everyone watching who you are and what you do.
Okay. Yeah, I'm Tracy Sharp. I was part of the Business of Coaching program. I ended up being in it for 9 months. So I did a 6 months and then I extended to another 3 months. My background is engineering and I have my own business called Sharp Minds, and I'm a coach and mentor for women in engineering and also an advocate for diversity in these industries.
You are completely amazing, and I can't wait to reflect on your journey over the last 9 months of working together. So before we started working together, what was going on for you?
Yeah, no problem. So I think before Business to Coaching, started my business in February 2022. And I was like posting social media. I was sort of a bit all over the place with my message. I knew that I wanted to work with women in design and engineering, but I didn't really kind of have a clear idea about what to really do about that. I had no real idea about how to gather momentum of it. I had my website, but I wasn't really clear on the message. And I'd done some like initial coaching of friends and things, but then nothing else was really happening until I joined the course.
Exactly. So what were the most important frameworks or things you use from the program?
I've used so much, honestly. I've used so much from the program. I think getting clearer about the message, so like the kind of magnetic message. So kind of getting clearer about what you're doing and how you're doing it. I learned a lot about the social media. I did the 30-day challenge. I did that twice with you as well. And so that got me really clear about how to send the message out as well, and the cadence that is really needed when you're ramping up to releasing something. I've actually had 3 different lead funnels as well, lead magnets. So I've got 3 on the go at the moment. So it was like properly step by step, holding the hands really closely with setting up the mechanisms for a mailing list and lead magnet, how to do that. And so I've got them on the go as well. And then how to kind of publicize them a bit more. My LinkedIn profile is looking really awesome. I've revamped my website and got clearer about the message of that. Also, I've done 4 different webinars as well. So like there was really great advice and step-by-step guides about how to run and launch your webinar as well. So all of that is really, it's all kind of come together. And then also about Canva as well. So he gives you like really good advice about Canva. So yeah, I've done loads. So it really,
I think you have been through and implemented every single bit. So that's amazing. So let's think about your journey in particular and the results for you and what you've achieved in the last year. And I know that none of us give us the credit. So allow yourself to enjoy and tell me about the amazing things that you've done over the last year.
Yeah, we know that I'm not very good at this, but yeah, I think what I need to kind of give myself credit for is the appearances that I've been making. So I guess I would say that I don't have the kind of conventional business model that coaches normally have, that it's kind of like pure coaching one-to-ones. I think for me, because I was trying to advocate for diversity and inclusion in the industry that I'm familiar with, what I have done is a lot of talks, a lot of seminars, and I've really built up my network as well. And with advice from you, Jo, about what is really needed to build up your followers, say on LinkedIn. So I've gone from like, I think it was about 600 contacts, connections to begin with. And now I just hit 3,000. I think the 2 highest profile, no, I'll say the 3. The 3 highest profile paid appearances that I've done so far have been with Unilever, Sharp Ninja, and Brunel University. So yeah, so I did some paid appearances with them, and what I will say, and I haven't told you this yet. We didn't talk about this offline, but through my connection with Sharp Ninja, they introduced me to their coaching provider. They're called Ask Human, that are American based, and I got an in with them, and I'm now an associate coach with Task Human.
Amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you. So that just happened a couple of weeks ago as well. And so, yeah, I think that to be associated with high caliber, well-known brand names and stuff, and I think what I have done is I have managed to get in the door and have vulnerable and honest conversations with a lot of people in my industry. I'm becoming a lot more well-known in the industry as well for what I do. And that's been really exciting because I think that I've been able to positively impact women in engineering through my webinars and seminars and in-person stuff and workshops as well. So I'm about to do my 2nd workshop with Shark Ninja. It's going to be my biggest tickets thing that I've done to date, with over 40 people doing group coaching. I guess that it hasn't followed the path which I believed would be conventional. I've been able to get myself in front of big players in the industry, and I feel really proud and excited to become an ally for women, that people can approach me and talk to me, but also share the good word about the importance of allyship as well. So the positive message that comes with that. Yeah, and I did so much stuff in March. It was crazy. I did 4 different appearances at universities as well. So not only am I impacting people in the workplace, I'm positively impacting people at university before they get into the workplace as well, and sharing the message about mental health and values and what I learned along the way, and also talked at schools or stuff as well. So it's been a very indirect path in coaching. Oh yes, I'm also mentoring as well. So I'm mentoring in 3 different programs as well. And that's supporting women in design, women globally, and also supporting a startup as well. And that's a paid mentoring gig as well, which I'm super excited about. So, and I've also launched a podcast, and I'm really proud of my podcast as a body of work. Not so much about coaching. It is about the design process, which I'm really passionate about. And I've been able to talk about design process from an engineering standpoint, but also from the coaching standpoint. And I've been able to connect with wonderful, wonderful people that are really passionate as well in the same topic. And that's something that I've recognized in my journey that is really important to me to keep as well. So I'm really passionate about supporting and empowering people, and I'm going to keep going with coaching, but the design aspect as well is something that I'm still learning how to smoosh everything together. And so that's been a big learning curve, and I'm still continuing that. So it's been a lot about positive messages and positively impacting people.
Oh, it's amazing. And I think it's the perfect model for people come into the program and they think they have to forget everything else they were ever interested in. And what I always say is coaching is just one skill that you can use amongst all of your other amazing skills. You do not have to forget everything. So you're the perfect example.
Yeah, exactly. And I think if people come to your course as well, they are working in a place, you've got people like myself from engineering, we've got someone that's got like a law background and things like that, like lots of different kind of environments. And I think it is really important to stay in companies and stay empathetic to the people that you know as well. So like I know that industry and I'm able to share and enhance the experiences of other people as well because of my background. But I think that when I first started my business, I was ready to leave the design world behind and the engineering world behind. I was ready to do that. But what was been really interesting is just reflecting, like regularly reflecting and having the cadence of reflection, which comes from the culture of business of coaching is regular reflection. And, asking myself the questions of like, what's working, what isn't working, what do I want to keep and what do I want to let go of?
Yeah.
And I was ready to leave it behind, but I just kept bringing it back in again. So it was like really interesting to kind of have that perspective of like, oh no, I just didn't ever want to let it go.
Yeah, it's a complete journey, isn't it? It's never just a straight line. And the personal growth you've been through over the last 9 months is insane. So I'm glad I asked you that question. I need to ask you that question more often because I know more then. And I probably have about how you've been doing for absolutely ages, like the full amazing achievements that you've made. So
Oh my God.
What would you say your experience of working together was like?
Yeah, it's been really great. I think that not only has there been a lot of really great mechanisms in there, which are kind of essential in the sales and marketing machine that's needed to cultivate your own business, which I had zero idea about before. But I think that I really genuinely really loved the group coaching and the regular meetups that was part of the course. And I think that I hadn't really valued it at the beginning because I'd only really done like one-to-one coaching before. And we had like 1 or 2 chats one-to-one, but the bulk of it has been in group coaching. And what I definitely want to share, and this is the thing that I want to shout with the rooftops, is the community and the group coaching is just so important.
Yeah.
It's so important, just like for accountability and for support more than anything. And, what the business of coaching has built is just absolutely essential for me because I would have given up a long time ago. If I hadn't have had it, I would have given up. I've sucked the business of coaching dry, basically, with like all the stuff that we had to offer. And I really appreciated the camaraderie and support and understanding of us all kind of going through that journey. And so after the first 3 months, I felt like I'd ticked a lot of the boxes and stuff. But, I continued to work with you for another 6 months after I'd done the initial coaching structure because I just got so much out of it. So it's so essential. And the people that you bring into the circle are just wonderful people as well. And I'm still friends with some people. I talked to Lara on the phone yesterday. I met Natasha like a couple of weeks ago in the pub. Like, I met Kirsty before she went away. And like we met Lorraine, like she's checked in on me and stuff. So people have been checking in as well. And Sally was in London yesterday, but I couldn't meet her. Just such big hearted people. It's been a real pleasure to be part of that.
Amazing. Gosh, I'm jealous now that you're out and about meeting people way more often than I am. I need to get on and arrange my in-person things soon. So what's next for you, Tracy? Where's your mission taking you next?
I've kind of got a wee bit off-piste, so I have a kind of slightly irregular story. But what's next is I've gone back into the design industry and I'm working as a senior design manager for the Design Age Institute that develops products to support an aging population. So it's going to be all about inclusive design. It's going to be all about inclusivity. It's going to be about doing things for a greater good, for society, for helping a group of people. I'm going to be surrounded by people who are passionate about inclusivity and design and leadership. And I'm going to be in an environment also where I'm supporting small businesses or scale-ups. And I'm going to be coaching and mentoring them, not only in the design process, but also just in general coaching and kind of helping them reach their goals and their targets, because it's all for the greater good. So I feel really excited about that. I'm going to be doing associate coaching as well with Task Human, which is going to allow me to have people kind of coming into my world and I can coach them through an online app. And then I'm also going to be continuing with Sharp Minds. And so I'm hoping to do a lot more appearances and trying to cultivate a program about that for businesses. I've got a really interesting partnership, which is in the background, which could be really exciting. Continue to do my podcast as well. So we've got 9 more episodes to record for this season, which will take me to the end of the year. That's a really great body of work that I've learned so much as well. And it's been well received. And I'm just going to continue to smush together my skills and passions about supporting people, coaching people, and the design process moving forward.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And who would you recommend the business of coaching to?
So I would recommend if someone has been in their business from like 6 to 12 months onwards, if they're in a coaching business, if they are really just struggling to find momentum, struggling to get the right tools, not really sure what to do in terms of building the sales and marketing machine, and then just generally looking for support mentally, philosophically. Or if you're feeling a little bit isolated in your coaching business, working on your own, then join this group of amazing women who are incredibly supportive, and it'll give you all the mechanisms that you need to get your business up and running in a focused and controlled way.
Amazing. What should others know about working with me?
Oh, just the best.
She was bound to be that one.
Just the best. I would say that in terms of working with you, you're incredibly passionate. You are incredibly informed as well. And what is really great is that you really practice what you preach. So the fact that you're constantly learning, but then also to share what you've learned as well. There was just very open, like incredibly open. The door was always open. And I guess there was always regular opportunities to help with not only the supporting side, but also on the tech side as well. So it ticks all the boxes. I really loved the Facebook group for the regular reflections as well. That was so essential. And I loved your ask me anything questions as well. All learned from each other. And I think we all learned that we're not alone and we were empowered and supported, and you were just incredibly positive, but also really understanding and empathetic.
Oh, thank you so much, Tracy. You've been an absolute pleasure to work with, and I feel super privileged to work with you.
It's been an absolute pleasure to be in your world, in your community, and it's been an absolute pleasure. And we're definitely going to stay in touch.
We will. I'll get on with that in-person meet ASAP. Thank you so much for your time, Tracy.
You're very welcome. Thank you, Jill.
I hope you enjoyed hearing how Tracy has built her business. What most people don't realise when they start their business is, and the ICF have shown this in their study recently, that 40% of a coach's income is generally through one-to-one coaching. The other 60% is often through various other things, just like Tracy talked about. So I hope this gives you an idea that it's not always about back-to-back one-to-one sessions, and maybe that's what you want, and I'm not saying that that's not possible, but what I am saying is that most coaches do a variety of other things as well as one-to-one coaching. If you would like the support that Tracy's received to build the sales and marketing machine so you become a key person of influence in your niche and start to attract paid opportunities like Tracy did, then click on the link in the show notes to the Business of Coaching program to get started right away and get the support and all of the knowledge that you need to turn your dream business into a reality. And like I say at the end of every episode, trust yourself, believe in yourself, and be the wise gardener who keeps on watering the seed. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Women in the Coaching Arena. I have a mass of free resources on my website, joannalottcoaching.com. That's Joanna with an A and Lott with 2 T's, joannalottcoaching.com. And I'll also put links in the show notes below. Let me know if you found this episode useful, share it with a friend and leave me a review, and I will personally thank you for that. Remember to trust yourself, believe in yourself, and be the wise gardener who keeps on watering the seed. Get into the arena, dare greatly, and